It's time for the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, with from Hill Street Blues, Rene Enriquez. From Night Court, Richard Moll. From Dallas, Fern Fitzgerald. From On Stage America, Randi. George Gobel. And the stars of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour, Gene Rayburn and John Bowman.
Hi, very well done. Hello there. Yahoo! Thank you. Here we go. Thank you. Welcome one and all. Thank you. We got a very warm welcome from our studio audience, and we deserve it, don't we?
Yes.
We're a marvelous bunch. Nice to have you with us, Randy. We'll talk a little bit later, but I got to find out about this outfit.
Which?
What about that outfit? It's all red. Your shoes are red. Got a big red hat. Where'd that come from?
Would you believe that I was just at a party and Larry Hagman wore this into the party?
Larry Hagman?
Not his wife. Larry wore this, and I said, I must have this for the Strawberry Parade.
So you borrowed it?
Which is the 22nd. I borrowed it, and I said, I'll wear it for Jean.
Looks very chic on her, doesn't it?
Guys?
Splendid. Thank you. All right, would you all join me in a little applause here for Deborah Miles and Kelly Salisbury?
Yes.
Salisbury.
Now we'll find out a little bit about Deborah first. Tell us about you, please.
Well, I've been married for 13 years. I have 2 daughters, ages 12 and 9, so that makes me a full-time mother and an overtime wife.
Yeah, you're a very busy woman. All right,
Yes.
Deborah. Kelly Salisbury, tell us about you.
Well, I'm from Bakersfield, California.
Yeah.
Born and raised, and I'm a part-time dental assistant. But my real love is choreography, which I do whenever I can.
Really?
Yes.
You dance it? You create it?
I create it, and sometimes I dance in it.
Is it modern, jazz, ballet?
Mostly musical comedy, but
Yeah. Well, that sounds fascinating. Now, we'll start the match game. We'll play 3 rounds. The winner will go on to challenge our returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Debbie won the toss. We'll ask you to go first.
I'll take B, please.
You want B?
Right.
Here's what B says. The customer at the Italian restaurant said, "This coffee is terrible." And the waiter said, "That's because our water is shut off. So instead of water, we made the coffee with blank." Sure.
That was a terrible Italian accent, Gene.
You don't have to do an Italian accent. It's an Italian restaurant. And the customer said the coffee's terrible.
Yeah.
And the owner said, "That's because our water is shut off. So instead of water, we made the coffee with blank."
It's a good joke.
Well, I hope you're going for the joke. That's good. Very good, Randy. Randy is doing a wonderful variety show with a couple of old friends of mine named Nick Vanoff, Gary Smith, and Dwight Hemian. And the name of your show is?
On Stage America.
And it's on in almost every city in the country on independent stations, is it?
Except for the city that my dad lives in.
What city is that?
Well, it's not really a city. Randalia, Iowa.
And your
Okay,
father
it's only
can't...
40 people. I give in.
Say hello to Nick and Dwight and Gary and
will.
those people there. And when you finish, you put the things in the slot. Remember that?
Did I spell that right?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes. All right. George can't find his slot.
Let me help you.
George, what are you doing? There. See, that lights this light up, George.
Takes a little while to catch on.
Now, Deborah.
Okay.
Customer at the Italian restaurant said this coffee is terrible, and the waiter said that's because our water is shut off, so instead of water, we made the coffee with blank.
Spaghetti sauce.
Spaghetti sauce. Well, we're thinking of other liquids in an Italian restaurant. Here we go. I'm not too thrilled with that because spaghetti sauce is not going to
Nice,
happen.
Deborah. It's not the right answer, but it's nice.
Yes.
Too many baby
There's
diapers.
a couple of right answers
This
here.
is the answer. Anisette.
Anisette. Hey. No, that's not. What? No, that's not too terrific. George?
First, I wrote vegetable soup, but I remembered then it's minestrone. Which
Minestrone is what George has.
Oh, well,
All right,
like that.
you let us know when we get the one you like, won't you? All right, Rene.
Well, I was close to the spaghetti. What goes with the spaghetti is wine. So I have Bartolino.
Wine is a good one. Well, they're letting us know when we get to the good ones, and Rene got to a good one. All right, John.
Well, I'm kind of with Rene, but I am very particular about how I ruin my coffee, so I said suave bola.
Right. That's another good one. Randy, what have you got?
Same.
Vino. Good. That's a good one. Richard?
Spaghetti sauce is no good.
No.
Making a coffee too lumpy.
Right.
You gotta have keep it in the family. Use olive oil.
Olive oil. That's a good one. Olive oil is good. Don't boo him. He's taller than you are.
Answers now,
Don't
you
boo him.
guys.
He's taller than you are. Kelly, ready? Lyle said, my hometown was really small. You got to get on the ball here now. When I show the crew, you got to do it, all right? My hometown was really small. I'm sorry. Fired. Get them out of here and get the other bunch in here. I'm fed up with you. The fire department couldn't afford a Dalmatian.
Okay.
So instead, they just painted spots on a blank. Couldn't afford a Dalmatian. That's a dog, you know.
Yeah.
With spots.
Oh.
I come from a small town, you see.
Here we go. Kelly. Lyle said, my hometown was really small. The fire department couldn't afford a Dalmatian, so instead they just painted spots on a blank.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua's okay. Cute little Chihuahua.
Well, I was going to say on a picture of a Dalmatian, but I thought Kelly would say a cat. That's why I said
cat. And this is a round one question. Anything goes here.
What a hateful group.
Cat, mouse, anything. George?
Schreiner used to say he was in a town so small they had a beauty contest and nobody won. I wish he was here today.
I mean, yes. Is the audio working? I mean, can they hear? Can't hear him? Herb Schreiner said he came from a town that's so small when they had a beauty contest, nobody won. I guess
So
they
you
didn't
got
hear
a better delivery. What a while.
They didn't hear you, George.
Black cat.
A black cat. Painted white spots on a black cat. All right, Rene.
Gene.
What?
I had Chihuahua,
You had Chihuahua.
but you
that's-
told me a dog. So they didn't have money for a dog, meaning ruling out dogs. So I changed it to a cat. But I
Wait
had
a minute.
Chihuahua.
Chihuahua is a dog.
Yes. But you said they didn't have money for a dog.
They didn't have money. They couldn't afford a Dalmatian. See, a Dalmatian is an
dog.
expensive dog. So instead, you just painted spots on a Chihuahua.
How
If you had
expensive
said-
do you think a Chihuahua is?
I don't know. I have
Listen,
never
what
bought
it
a
comes
Chihuahua.
down to, Kelly, is nobody picked your answer.
You're getting me all mixed up, Rene.
I'm sorry, Gene.
All right.
Gene, I had Chihuahua.
Show me your answer.
But I
Don't
didn't
give me
care
that.
what you said, so I said Chihuahua.
Okay, Kelly.
What a show-off.
All right, Randy.
Show-off.
I'm obviously giving
Good for
away
you.
everything about my background here. A pig.
A pig.
I'm from the Midwest.
She's a little farm girl. Nothing wrong with that. All right, Richard.
I just said a white cat. I'm sorry.
A white cat is okay. That would look like a Dalmatian. So there's round one, 1-0, Kelly's favor. Round two coming up right after this for you. Hey, here we go. Remember the old telephone match? Well, we got a new telephone match. We're going to do it right now. This is a contest where someone out there in television land can win $5,000 and a chance to appear on an NBC soap opera. We've made our selection at random from your postcards, and our home contestant today is Rhonda Caudill from Louisville, Kentucky. Let's find out if Rhonda is there. Hello, Rhonda.
Hello.
How are you, my dear?
Nervous right now.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good.
Can you hear me?
Yes, real good.
Oh, terrific. We can hear each other. Listen, just because your card was chosen, you are lucky enough to get $500 in cash. That's yours.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. I can see you're pretty thrilled about $500. Okay, now, one of our production assistants has already told you the names of the 6 stars who are on the show here, right? 6 stars. 6 stars. And you're going to play the telephone head-to-head match with one of our stars here, and now it's time for you to make a decision as to which one that'll be.
Oh, let me tell you.
What's that?
I want Fern.
Who?
Fern Fitzgerald.
Fern Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Fern Fitzgerald. All right. Now, she's going to write her answer down, and you'll give me a verbal response when I call for it, but don't say the answer till I ask you, all right? Good luck to you. Here it is. Oh, wait a minute. I got to read it off a card, which is in my pocket.
Give me the phone.
John?
Hold on. Don't go away. Oh, here it is. Here, hold. Orange blank. Got that?
Yes.
O-R-A-N-G-E. You understand? All right, think about that while Fern is writing.
Get that away right this minute.
Fern is ready. Now, you collect the $5,000 and an appearance on an NBC soap opera if you match her. What do you say to that? Orange blank.
Juice.
Juice? Orange juice. Okay. The audience likes that answer. But the most important thing is, did Fern Fitzgerald like it? If she did and wrote it down, that means you get the money. Fern, we turn to you. What do you say?
Well, I just love her accent. Now, Miss Rhonda.
Yes. He's got orange juice. He's got the money. Hey, congratulations. We're going to send you a check for $5,500. That's going to be sent to you as soon as possible. And well, you are welcome. We'll look forward to seeing you on an NBC soap opera. You may get to be an actress even.
Well, I don't doubt that.
I don't either, my dear. Thank you very much. We'll look forward to seeing you. Bye. All right. Shazam. Away you go. Now let's go to round 2 here. Kelly, you're ahead. You go first. A or B?
B, please.
B it is.
Thanks a lot.
B says, Fat Frida won first prize at the costume party. You see, she jumped into a vat of gray paint and went as a blank. Ha!
What was that again?
What? Read it again?
Fat Frida won first prize at the costume party. She jumped into a vat of gray paint and went as a blank. All right. It's all leather. Your whole outfit is leather, isn't
Suede,
it?
darling, suede.
Suede. Well, suede is leather, isn't it? Put it in a slot,
Touch
Rene.
again, George. Touch again.
Okay. Here we go, Kelly. Fat Frida won first prize at the costume party. She jumped into a vat of gray paint and went as a blank.
Elephant.
An elephant. A gray pachyderm. What do you say?
Well, I'm not going to take credit for this because I stole this answer from George.
From Lonesome George, elephant. All right. One for Kelly.
I said elephant because I couldn't spell pachyderm.
George, have you been performing someplace? Is that
Yes,
where you're
I was in New York, and I guess I got to talking. It's louder over there than it is here. And then I got home, and I tried to say hello to spooky old Alice.
Yes.
That's what did it to me. You can't get a little word in there.
No, you can't. And then when you were flying here, you probably sat under one of those vents in the plane all the way across, and that didn't help. Hello, Rene. You had a little trouble with this, did you?
Yeah, I didn't. I saw this from Richard, so I said, that must be a fat vampire.
A fat vampire. She jumped into a great pen and went as a fat vampire. All right. Yes. You're next.
I'm next?
Yes.
Hippo.
Hippo. All right.
It was
What
a
have you got?
toss-up, sorry.
Well, I was going to say a rancid sausage.
You changed your
But
mind.
yeah, I did. I decided.
What did you say?
Battleship.
Battleship is good because they're Battleship Gray.
Oh, that's...
So, Kelly picks up 3 in her round 2 question. Deborah, let's see if you can keep up with her. Mean Marvin is the meanest fireman in the station house.
Help me.
You're improving slightly. Before the other firefighter slid down the pole, he put blank on it. That's how mean he was. All right.
You hate it, right?
No, it's good. Deborah. Mean Marvin is the meanest fireman of the station house. Before the other firefighter slid down the pole, he put blank on it.
Glue?
Glue is good, Deborah. All right, she said glue. What do you say to that?
She did. Well, if this doesn't match, I'll eat Larry Hagman's hat.
All right.
Crazy
Crazy glue.
All right, it does match. That's one for her. George?
I thought about glue, but then I thought sandpaper.
Sandpaper.
It's a little vindictive, you know. But
Wow.
said he was mean.
Yeah, that is mean. It's painful to even think about it there. Renee?
Well, I just love to see all those mean firemen stuck to the thing.
Glue. All right. Glue is what she's after, John.
You've been married for 13 years. I've been married for 13 years. Probably just stuck together like glue.
Score is tied
Not to
3-3. I'm surprised so far that no one has said Crisco or grease or any of those other
That'd
things.
make it easier for you to slide down the pole.
Easier,
That's
and
the only reason.
You couldn't grasp onto
Right.
it, and you'd slide down and hurt yourself. That would be
Or
mean.
just pile up at the bottom.
Right.
Glue.
Another glue. 4. All right, Richard.
I think they're all a bunch of copycats.
Why?
I'm with you.
That's right.
Hey, Bauman, you can relate to this, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
know
right.
so much about it. I knew it just wasn't that
Okay,
good an
so
answer.
there we are. 4-3, a very tight game going here. The third and final round right after this. Here we go, third and final round. Deborah's ahead. She'll go first.
Hey.
All right. Whoops. There we go. Who plays? George and Richard. Ugly Edna said. Just the two of you. Ugly Edna said, my ugly baby is being paid to pose for the cover of a package. Unfortunately, it's not baby food. Instead, it's a package of blank. All right. Don't be proud, Richard. Copy the answer that she gave you. It's a good one.
Please, Richard.
No!
All right. All right, Deborah. Ugly Edna said, my ugly baby is being paid to pose for the cover of a package. Unfortunately, it's not baby food. Instead, it's a package of...
Dog food.
Dog food, says Deborah. Okay, George. She said dog food.
She's a very bright lady.
Dog
I like
food.
Dog food.
Hey, I hear your show got renewed.
That's right. Night Court is back. Thursday night. Between Cheers and Hill Street Blues. Be there!
On NBC, right. And way to go, Richard. What do you got?
I was going to say maggots, but they usually come in a can, I think.
Yes.
So I decided to say worms instead.
Worms. All right. So Deborah has 5, and Kelly, that means you need 2 to tie and 3 to win. Are you ready? This is it. A helpful hint from the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour research team. They say, don't ever trust a jeweler who tries to fix your watch with a blank. It's Rene, Randi, and Richard, the 3 R's. Good. Kelly, are you thinking about this? Are you ready? Don't ever trust a jeweler who tries to fix your watch with a...
Hammer.
Hammer is good. Splendid answer. I love your shirt, Rene. That's really attractive.
Thank you very much.
You're a fashion plate.
Thank you very much. They call me GQ.
Your dress is nice. Now, would you show us your answer, please? She's looking for hammer.
You got it.
Oh, there's one. Score is now 5-4.
Same. Hammer.
Randi has hammer. You have a tie. It's all up to you.
It's up to me, yeah.
It's
Put
up
the
to
pressure
you.
on me.
Put the
Thanks a lot.
pressure on.
I'm with you, Kelly. Hammer!
All right, right there, if you would, please. Deborah, it was a pleasure to meet you. I'm going to send you some gifts from the Match Game. Deborah Miles, ladies and gentlemen. Hey there. Congratulations to you. Now we're going to switch to Hollywood Squares. The rest of the set will come in. 3 more stars will appear. John and I will trade places. Lots more excitement coming along. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
A member of our studio audience will receive Hitachi's 13-inch diagonal table model color TV. 100% solid state, low power consumption, special signal tracker system, memory fine-tuning, 70-position UHF tuner furnished by Hitachi. Now, it's time for more of the match game. Hollywood Squares, our whiz from another world, Anna Stuart. From Trapper John MD, Brian Mitchell, Marty Cohen, and taking over the star of the Hollywood Squares, John Bowman.
And we'll be back in just a minute to play Hollywood Squares. Be sure to join us.
And now, John Bowman and the Hollywood Squares.
Here she is, Kelly Salisbury. You know, my father was a dentist.
Was he?
Yes, not a choreographer, however. Also, he didn't play Match Game and make it into Hollywood Squares. We have 3 brand new celebrities with us. Marty Cohen is here. Anna Stuart from Another World. And Brian Mitchell. They're all from Another World, but only Anna Stuart is actually on the soap opera. Anna Stuart, welcome to you back again. This is your second time on our show.
Thanks.
And we were talking about that you have pets, and you live in New York City. Is it hard to keep dogs in New York?
It's not hard to keep my dogs because they're very low maintenance. They're mellow and they're wonderful. And when I vocalize, my female dog vocalizes with me. Everybody says that she should go on the David Letterman show and do that. She does opera and everything. It's great.
Well, I like the idea of a low-maintenance dog, don't you?
It's true.
Why don't you and I zip over here and play Hollywood Squares? Here we go. Actually, dog food was an answer that helped you get through the match game. We have our returning champion. Her name is Diana Smith. It is how many days for you? 3? $25,350. You're rich. You are rich. Now, as you may or may not know, we tape usually 2 shows on one day and 3 shows on our second day of the week. And you see them all on separate days, of course, but we taped 2, you won both days, and then you had a chance to actually go home and see your family. What did they have to say?
They all died. I couldn't believe it.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
It's too
bad. The family died.
Well, it's such a pity. Are you going to be okay to play Hollywood Squares?
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll play it until you hear the Time's Up bell. I'm so sorry your family won't be able to hear it, too. Now, at that point, someone will go on to play Supermatch and could win up to $30,000. You won 20 in one shot a couple of days ago. Now, the... Yes, thank you very much. The first game is worth $100 plus $25 for every square. And Diana, you get to start. Pick a star and let's go.
Jean, please.
Mr. Rayburn.
Wise decision. Dear friends, we are gathered here. Yes.
What are there more of in the United States? Women who are truck drivers or men who are registered nurses?
More women truck drivers or more male nurses? I would say more male nurses.
What do you say, Diana?
I agree.
There are more women who are truck drivers, and you should have disagreed.
No.
You should have disagreed. Let's hear that buzz. You should have disagreed with Jean. Thank you. And your opponent gets the first square. And it's not even really close. Over 85,000 women who are truck drivers, 45,000 male nurses, so almost double. Kelly Salisbury, you got 1-0 up there. Pick a star for another.
George, please.
Okay, Mr. Gobel. Into the breach. If you take a plate with a slight crack and you boil it in milk, will the crack disappear or will the plate shatter?
I'd just buy a new plate. Use paper plates. No, the plate, no, it will not shatter.
The crack will disappear.
Crack will disappear.
What do you say, Kelly? Agree or disagree?
I agree.
The crack will disappear. That's kind of nifty. Especially nifty for you because you're right to disagree and you get another square. So, Diana, she is off to a really hot start and you got to stop her with an X. Pick a star.
Brian DeBach, please.
Okay.
Why did I know that? Why did I know that?
Brian Mitchell from Trapper John MD.
Yes.
In CB radio slang, is a bear bite a speeding ticket, or a quick lunch?
A bear bite. Well, I think Smokey the Bear is the highway patrol officer, so I would say a bear bite is a speeding ticket.
Come on, good buddy. Come on.
Agree or disagree, Diana?
Come on.
To block.
I agree.
A bear bite, he is correct, it's B-E-A-R, is a speeding ticket. And you are right to agree. You get the square. 10-4, good money. We're going to be back to finish our $100 game right after these messages. See you then.
Stay tuned for more of the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. Now back to John Bauman and the Hollywood Square.
50 for the challenger, 25 for the champ. What that mainly means is that it's early yet. Diana just got a pivotal question correct. And Kelly, now it's your move for an O.
Marty, please.
Marty Cohen.
Yes, John. How are you? Oh, I'm kind of excited. I'm very excited because I just came from a party and Larry Hagman's wife was wearing these. So she let me wear them. I'm kidding.
Marty, according to Emily Post.
Yes.
If your father's name is Rollo,
then I'm in the wrong house. No.
Rollo Cohen doesn't quite work, does it?
Rollo, yo. Hey, yo,
if your father's name is Rollo, is it okay to call him Rollo? Or is it bad manners to call a parent by their first name?
Do you know, that's something that a lot of kids do when they get to be 14 or 15 or 16. They think that they're grown up now and they can call dad Rollo. In my case, it's dumb. My dad's name is Frank. But it's actually terribly disrespectful. In fact, I called my father Frank once, and I think the reaction was something like, and that was it.
So he says, don't call your parent by their first name.
I'm sorry, Fern, did I leave a little all over you? Oh, Larry's going to be so upset when he gets his hat back, isn't he? But I would say in truth that it is disrespectful. Emily Post would say, call your father Dad. Call him Dad. Be respectful.
Don't call him by his first name. What do you say, Kelly?
I agree.
It is bad manners to call your dad Rollo or whatever his first name happens to be.
Am I right, Frank? Frank, am I right, Frank? I'm right, aren't I, Frank?
Diana Smith, your move for an X.
Richard DeBlock.
I'll go get my shoulder pads right now. Okay.
You missed this one. The first game goes to Kelly. Richard Moll, are there trash cans on the space shuttle? Or is garbage just thrown out into space?
I don't know. I've never heard of any bins floating around up there, or any of those big green things that they throw them in. I give up.
Richard's a little too tall for this game, don't you think, really? I think so.
Okay, I would say that I think it's really bad to litter no matter where you are, and I think they're going to dispose of it on or in the ship. Thank you.
So he says there are trash cans on the space shuttle. What do you say, Diana, to block?
I agree.
There are trash cans on the space shuttle. Yes, you're right to agree. You get the square, and you do block. Right. As a guy who comes in and empties them every Thursday. Kelly, you are thwarted in that position. You are playing O. Make your move.
Fern to win, please.
Right. She couldn't stop you here. Fern Fitzgerald.
What, John Bauman?
Seriously,
Fern, why is that outfit the shoulder down on that side there, on that one side?
Because that's the side I'm sitting on.
Can you believe this? I had an answer. I was going to say I don't want George to be lonesome, and he stole my... George!
We'll try this one on, Fern.
Is that a shoulder?
Here's a real fashion question for you.
Yes,
You're going to love this. Does Queen Elizabeth own a casual crown for daytime affairs? Or is there no such thing?
Well, I've seen her in Ralph's in one... It's true. And Shirley, what's her name, also wears one in Ralph's. I would think that she probably has one with, like, fake jewels in it. That's what I think. So she has a casual one.
So she says there
Sure
is
she does.
such thing as a casual crown. For the game, do you agree
She
or
does her
disagree,
laundry.
Kelly?
I agree.
There is no such thing as a casual crown. You should have disagreed with Fern, and your opponent gets that square and blocks you there. So, 2 blocks for you. One on your own, one given to you by Kelly, and it's your move, Diana.
Rene to win, please.
The tables have turned. You could win the game with Rene Enriquez. Can you survive by eating just potatoes and milk, or will you drop from malnutrition?
Well, how do you think I live? Of course you can.
You can survive.
Absolutely.
For the game, can you survive on potatoes and milk? He says you can. Agree or disagree?
I disagree.
You can survive on potatoes and milk, so you should have agreed with
you end up
Rene,
looking like
and your
Richard.
opponent gets that square. Sure, that's the motto on the wall at the NBC commissary. Kelly, you are playing O. Pick a star.
Randy, please.
Okay, Randy Oakes, and let me point out, although these are in no particular order, if she gets this square, she will have 5 O's on the board, and that means she wins the first game. Randy Oakes, you're a baby turtle, and you've just hatched out of your egg. Do you have a shell, or are you naked?
I'm not going to touch that.
Can I touch it?
You wanted to sit next to him, Randy.
I don't believe they have a shell.
She says, baby turtles are naked. What do you say for the game, Kelly?
I disagree.
A baby turtle has a shell. That is the sign of a good player. You are right to disagree. You get the score. You win the first game. And boy, that was kind of a thriller, wasn't it? But especially for her. There's still time. We're going to go to a commercial and come back with a $200 game. Don't miss it. 225 to 75, but it's a $200 game. Everybody sit down, pay attention. Diana Smith, it is your move for an X.
Marty, please.
Okay, Marty Cohen.
I've got an attitude. Hey, I've got an attitude. Whoa.
Is the average TV commercial louder than the average TV show?
What?
Or does it just seem that way?
The average, in other words, you're watching the show and they're going,
Susie, do you think you'll ever be able to marry him?
yes, buy this! They're very loud, that's true. And the reason for that is they want you to buy the product, and they know that if you've fallen asleep during the TV show, you'll wake up to hear about toothpaste. So that is the truth. They are louder. Who's doing that to me? Wait,
He says commercials are louder.
Oh, that's Fern Fitzgerald.
What do you say, Diana?
I agree.
Commercials are louder. Yes, you are right to agree. You get the first square in the $200 game. And Kelly Salisbury, she is on the board. Pick a star for an O.
George, please.
Okay, Lonesome George. If you do this to an attacking bear, he will give up and run away.
Show him Fern's hat.
Should you spray him with skunk spray or show him a mirror?
Where will I get the skunk spray?
Just bring it out like
and
this.
where will I get the mirror? Yeah.
Let's assume you could spray him with skunk spray and you just happen to have a mirror.
I'd punch him in the nose and show him the mirror when his nose started bleeding.
That's a creative answer. So show him a mirror?
Show him a mirror.
Says show that attacking bear a mirror. What do you say, Kelly?
I agree.
You should spray him with skunk spray, and you should have disagreed with George. Your opponent gets that square. Skunk spray, that would discourage me. Diana?
Richard to win, please.
Yes, this would give you the game and the lead. Richard Moll. Yeah. Which came first, the mafia or cement?
Why are you asking me this? Hey, do I look like I would know that? Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
One's nothing without the other, I think, really. Let me see. I would have to say that cement's been around for a long time, like maybe even to the pyramids and like that. Is there a hum in here somewhere? Okay, I'll say cement.
He says cement came before the mafia for the game. Agree or disagree, Diana?
I agree.
Cement came first. You're right to agree. You get the square, you win the game, and you take the lead. And Richard's quite right in saying cement has been around a long time. Cement was being made in the 5th century. Mafia began in 1600, so a mere 1,000-year difference. That gave you the game. Congratulations, Diana. But there is still time. Sweep the X's off of the board. Challenger Kelly Salisbury, you got to be efficient now. Pick a star for an O.
George, please.
Okay. On his recent trip to China, President Reagan had 150 of these flown out from California. Was it 150 copies of his autobiography or 150 turkeys?
150 was by, well, they probably, unless it was translated into Chinese, they couldn't have read it anyway. So he probably brought turkeys.
He says 150 turkeys were flown out from California. What do you say, Kelly?
I agree.
150 turkeys. Yes, you're right to agree, and you get the square. There's a great footnote here. It says the turkeys were flown out for a big dinner. For a big dinner. They were the guests. No, they were the dinner. Diana Smith, your move for an X.
Jean, please.
Okay, Mr. Rayburn.
Yeah.
You're celebrating your birthday in your cell at San Quentin. Will the warden allow you to drink one beer? Or is that strictly prohibited?
Never having been incarcerated, I really wouldn't know about this, but I would assume that alcoholic beverages are strictly forbidden.
What do you say, Diana? Agree or disagree?
I disagree.
It is strictly prohibited. No, you should have agreed with Jean in that case, and your opponent gets that square. So, Kelly, you have been efficient so far. Pick a star.
Brian to win, please.
Okay, you get this one. The game and the lead go back to you. Brian Mitchell, you're over 40, and a man has finally asked you to marry him. Now, according to the...
After all, this is the 80s.
Come on, guys. Come on, time is fleeting. According to the New Woman's Guide to Getting Married,
yes.
Is it okay to wear a white wedding gown, or would that make you look ridiculous?
I think I'd look ridiculous in a white wedding gown. I'd say it would make you look ridiculous.
Okay, says don't wear that white wedding gown. Agree or disagree, Kelly?
I disagree.
It is okay to wear white. You are right to disagree. You get the square, and you win the game. And I've said it many times before, that is the sign of a good player. Knowing when to disagree. The bell means the time is up. She has done it. $600. Kelly Salisbury is our new champ. Good for you. You don't have to stand up. Just zip yourself right. Well, now you can stand up. Zip yourself right over there and join Gene Rayburn. Get set for your shot at potentially $30,000. You had a good run here on the show, and I don't know if it makes you feel any better to know that she did earn that win.
Sure did.
Yeah,
Yes,
that was
she
a
did.
real
Yes,
good
she did.
competitive match today. Diana Smith is leaving here. We don't feel too sorry. A total of $25,700 for a lovely contestant and a lovely woman. Thank you. Gene, take it away.
Okay, here we are with the champ, the new champ. We'll be back with her and the stars for a go at the big dough right after this.
And now, here to play the super match is Gene Rayburn.
Thank you, Gene Wood. Ready?
Ready.
Excited?
Very.
All right, good luck to you. You could win up to $30,000 here in the super match. Let's begin. We polled an audience not too long ago and said, write down your best answer to this. Rear blank. If you give us the answer they wrote down most often, it's $1,000 for you. For the second, $500, and for the third, $250. Whom do you call on for a little assist here?
John.
I'm going to go with the ever-popular rear end.
They are popular. They're popular in my block. All right, another one.
Marty.
I think there was an Alfred Hitchcock movie called Rear Window.
There was indeed. So Rear Window is two of them.
And Randy.
Randy, have you got one? The third
Oh,
position
no.
is very difficult. Maybe Richard or John can give you a little assist there, but Fern seems to have one.
Oh.
What? Just came to you from the blue, eh?
Rear view mirror.
Rear view mirror, right. Well, there are the three you've got, and they're pretty good. Rear end, rear window, and rear view mirror. Do you want one of those, or would you like to create one of your own?
Rear end, I think.
You want the rear end?
What you
Let's give her
so
the rear
we all.
end. Yeah.
Hey, John,
All
give me
right.
your rear end.
She wants a rear end. So, for my first number, now let's take a look at the $250 response, if you would, please. Rear window. There's the Hitchcock story that Marty gave you. All right, the $500 number says rear door.
Sure.
The back door.
Everybody knows that.
Makes sense.
All right, here's your last chance for your rear end. May we see it, please? Right! Now, time for the head-to-head match with any star of your choice. After you've made your decision, the star will reveal the hidden number. We will multiply that hidden number by the $1,000 which you've just won. And, of course, if you get to 30, the big one, there's only one up there, it'll be $30,000 that you're playing for. Pick your star.
John.
All right, John. Here we go. $20,000 is what you're playing for. $20,000. That ain't bad. Good luck to you. Here it is. No help from the audience, because if we hear an answer up here, we got to throw it out and it gets messy. Panty blank. P-A-N-T-Y blank. All right, John's ready. Kelly, it's up to you to collect the $20,000 simply by matching him. What do you say?
Hose.
You say pantyhose. All right. All right. John, she says pantyhose will collect $20,000 for her. What do you say to that?
Well, Joe Namath collected more than $20,000 for
That's
pantyhose.
right. Are you wearing yours, John?
Kelly Salisbury's not going to be far behind, is she?
There it is! Grab the card for us. Okay, she has a grand total of $21,600. We'll be back with her in the stars right after this. Now we want to find out which of the stars had the big number. Would you all reveal them? Ready, set, go.
Yank your tail. Oh, yank your tail.
Brian Mitchell had it.
I knew it.
Brian.
I felt it.
First time you've had it.
First time ever.
Right. We're very happy for you.
Me too. Do I get it? Does that mean I win the $30,000?
Yeah, you win absolutely nothing for that. But you can borrow a pair of my pantyhose if you'd like.
Thanks, John.
Stars, you were terrific. We'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow, as we will Kelly, and we invite you to join us tomorrow.
And John Bauman saying so long for the Match Game Hollywood Squares era. See you then.
A member of our studio audience will receive 28 diamond Venrus fashion watch, adjustable Italian mesh bracelet, silver tone dial and case, precision 17 jewel movement furnished by Venrus. This is Gene Wood speaking for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour, a Mark Goodson television production.